Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, the pointing man, SG3, right over here with the man, my co-host. Go ahead, brother, introduce yourself.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
That's how we do it in the game in the NFL. So, basically, we're going to start today. First, you want to say rest in paradise to Arthur Jones, to the Jones family out there. We want to say our condolences go out to you during the passing of your son. Um, he was 39 years old. He was a Super Bowl champion with the Baltimore Ravens the second time they won it back in 2012. He actually did recover a fumble for them, so he was actually a big part of that key defense, man. That came back. Thoughts and condolences go out to him and his family. Any words?
Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace to the brother, honestly. Also, want to give a shout out to a personal friend of ours. You know what, Alex? Sorry, it's been taking me a while for me to say this, brother, but I want to say also sorry for the passing of your father. God rest his soul. Keep pushing forward, dude. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Reach out. Go ahead. We'll definitely talk, brother. Our condolences as well. Anything you want to say to Alex and his dad?
Likewise, man. Same thing you said.
Rest in paradise, brother. So above all, actually breaking news: Mark Sanchez today was actually involved in a stabbing. I don't know if you heard about that today.
I heard of that one.
But also, did you hear he was arrested also as well in the hospital?
No.
Yeah, literally later on, Indianapolis police came over. They arrested him in the hospital. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to develop, trying to find a little bit more of that developing story. He actually came up and he was actually fully involved in more than what's said. He came in, they arrested him. So we'll see what happens as the story goes on. However, though, we wish you a very speedy recovery here. Two guys in the football. We definitely want you to come out and keep doing what you're doing, man. Hopefully everything does get cleared up. So good spirits from here, from the host and two guys in the football. Co-host?
Yeah.
All right. So now to the next topics. Today, well, technically now it's Saturday. It's already midnight, man. So we're going to go back to Thursday night. We had a banger of a match, man. More, probably a lot closer than I anticipated. I don't know about you, brother. But we had the Rams and the 49ers go ahead, go toe-to-toe. Mac Jones coming in for an injured Brock Purdy, put up some great numbers. Matt Stafford came in and said, you know what, guys, I may have a bad back. I may be old, battered, and bruised, but I still got it. And, man, did that man go ahead and go off. Both guys put on the clinic, put on the show. Mac Jones, 33 out of 49, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matt Stafford, 30 out of 47, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. However, though, even with those numbers, it still was not enough to beat the San Francisco 49ers. That defense, man, honestly, the San Francisco 49ers defense under Kyle Shanahan, they have really they keep going, dude.
Well, it's not just him. It's also, what's his name?
Salah.
Yeah, he's actually, honestly, he definitely brought out, back life. Because if you remember last year, the 49ers defense was horrible.
It really was.
Honestly, it was pretty bad. So if it wasn't for him bringing out new life to it, he like that yesterday. They had so many people banged up, even on the defense side.
Yeah.
What's his name is out? Jones, or what's his name?
No. Bosa's out.
Bosa, there we go. He's out.
Yeah.
So think about it. Your main guy is out, and yet you still were able to hold down this high offense Rams team. Mm-hmm. But I mean, then again, it's not shocking because that 49ers team is able to beat the Rams like so many times throughout the year. Kyle definitely has what's his name's number.
Yeah, he does have Sean McVay's number.
Yeah, so it's not shocking at all.
My honey decided to comment and, hey baby, how are you? Love you. Happy. You know what? Since you don't want to say it, I'm gonna say it for you. Happy anniversary, my love. So it was on anniversary yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna say it, honey. Actually, 2 days ago now because it's already midnight. So
congrats.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. That means a lot to me. Keep going on with the same game. Christian McCaffrey, 22 carries for 57 yards. Hey, listen, dude, if I butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Kyren Williams, 14 carries, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns, reception-wise. None on the ground, but 2 receiving touchdowns. So out of the 3, 2 of them were for Kyren. I think this year's been more Kyren Williams' year than what last year was.
I don't know, because what's his name? Blake Corum has actually been inserted more on the offense now. And I think he had a great game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But that fumble is really going to be the talk of the town. It doesn't matter. Let me put it this way. On stat, it looks great. What he did was great. But in the end of the day, people are going to remember that you fumbled and cost the game.
Yeah.
So that's really concerning right now for Kyren Williams. And they already drafted that rookie, Blake Corum. and they drafted him for a reason to eventually be the replacement of Kyrie Williams or to be the second back in that system. So, and he's not a bad player, honestly. He's a really good player. So I would be kind of concerned if I was Kyrie Williams because I don't think we'll put it this way, he kind of underperformed this year. I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been as great as past years in my eyes. And the reason they brought in Blake Corum is to definitely have a backup, a really good backup.
I feel like Blake Corum is more your elusive kind of running back, more like your Alvin Kamara, not pound the ball kind of guy, but more than just a back and forth kind of guy. Just move to the left, move to the right, knows how to actually cut the lines. And as for Williams, he's a pound the guy the whole time.
But when you pound into it and you fumble and cost the game, wouldn't you be a little bit more concerned about that?
Absolutely, 100%.
And if I'm correct, he has fumbled many times during the last couple of games already. Because I think they showed a stat that night, and he has fumbled. I think he was fumbled last year. He was the most fumbled.
Last year, he did cause a lot of fumbles. He did cause a lot of fumbles. I think that's why they brought in Corum, to add into your point.
So I'll be kind of concerned if I was Kyrie Williams. If you can't fix that fumbling issue, you eventually will get replaced. You could get drafted. You could get traded.
Running backs this year are not a dime a dozen. So like, if you want to be the elite running backs, you have to you got to secure the ball more.
Yeah, because like I said, he was great that night. But like I said, no one's gonna remember that.
No, they're not gonna remember the numbers.
So put it this way, I think the reason why the Rams lost that game, they should have won. The reason they lost is one, it was Kyrie Williams' fumble, and then not only that, but also the kicking. Like, something's going on with that kicker. They really need to trade him and get a new guy.
Here's the funny part, though, dude. Before the game, he was super sought. Everyone, like, dude, if you watch fantasy, we'll go back to this a little bit later, but if you watch fantasy, he was actually being added left to right and right to left. And so many fantasy leagues are like, dude, last week came in, crushed it, killed it. All of a sudden, I guess it's like, I don't know, maybe he has him himself, but he just.
What about the game in the Eagles? He cost them the game, too.
Yeah.
So there's something going on with him that he's been missing. Well, it was that game plus this game.
This one, though, he really cost them the most.
Well,
this one he really did, though.
They were going to win the Eagles one. Remember? They were about to win it, and he cost them the game, too. There.
With the block.
So I honestly, like I said, something needs to be done in those two areas. One needs to fix the fumbling issue, and the other one needs to definitely be considered to getting rid of and getting a new kicker. But it's not that many on the line right now, so.
Nope.
Slim pickings.
Very slim pickings. By the way, we got another comment. This is from Mija. Hi, Mija. How are you? Thank you for commenting.
Hello.
She's only the one that comments on Mondays.
I know. I recognize.
So we appreciate it.
Even if I can't see, I could hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, back to what we were saying, though. How do you feel about the league kick, though, where it has to land in a specific spot? If not, it's an automatic flag and right to the 40.
I don't feel nothing about it. I mean, I feel like it's okay in my eyes. Why? How do you feel about it?
Personally, dude, I like it, but at the same time, I don't. Because like, you're taking the element away from the opening kickoff, from the kick itself.
Right.
Because it's like, what about if you can't do no longer a squib kick?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in Madden, you could do it all the time. Like, cool, you know what? You're up by 15, 20. You kick it high, squib. Cool. Now let's go ahead and we tackle them at the 10, 15 yard. You're not risking them actually even going to about halfway to the halfway or anything like that.
Right.
So it's definitely like they had to do something with that kicking rule. For me personally, that's just me because it's like you had it. Whereas at first for many years, that's why the Carolina Panthers lost to the New England Patriots. Where it was out of bounds, cool, automatic 40. I see that 100%. But if it's not within, I mean, that's still considered a squib kick back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
Why change the rule now?
I mean, it's the NFL. They change a lot of things. I mean, think about it. The punt return, it went from the 25 to the 20, right?
Correct? No. The kicking.
Kicking. Yeah.
Where was everyone was on the line. Now it's the kicker is so far behind everybody, and it's just the line is just itself.
But like when you go to the end zone, it doesn't take you all the way.
Oh no, it takes you to 25. Yeah. That was the touchback.
Yeah,
touchback will take you to the 20, and then it take you to 25. That was the year that the Patriots won the Super Bowl. That was the first year it was implemented. That one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just there's always implementing new rules, just like the NBA.
Actually,
It's just something you have to adapt with eventually. I mean, it's not fun, but that's the whole point is for them not to to take away all the fun elements of the game.
pretty much just put them on with a bunch of flags and call it flag football at this point.
I mean, but that's the whole point of the NFL is to control the game,
Literally.
but not to get into conspiracies. But yeah. Any other thoughts? What about this controversy of quarterback? Do you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the 49ers? Everybody's been talking about
the fact that they have no one that's the top. That's the number one draft pick, but yet the Rams have two.
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay, what is it?
No, I'm talking about what everybody's talking about. Is Mac Jones the guy, and is Brock Purdy not the guy no more? Everybody's been talking about this for a while. So that's the controversy in the 49ers is that Mac Jones have looked impressive in the last, games that they were with. Is he now the new guy, or is Brock Purdy still the guy? Your opinion, and then I'll give you mine.
I'll tell you this, brother. This is mine.
Okay.
Kyle Shanahan is playing with the guy that he wanted as quarterback,
which is
all
true.
this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's going to really do the best he possibly can to make his guy look good. Because every other guy he's on is like, all right, cool, I'll take him. Cool, I'll take him. Brock Purdy being Mr. Irrelevant, doing great what he did, cool. Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't drafted. He was brought in from the Patriots. Took him far, cool. Took him to a Super Bowl, cool. No harm, no foul. Who's another guy? Brock Purdy, Jimmy Garoppolo, and now Mac Jones again got released from the Patriots, and you know what? Kyle Shanahan was like, I want this kid because I see so much potential in him.
Right.
So I feel that Kyle Shanahan himself is like, you know what? I see my guy, and I've seen what he can do. Right. Now let me show the best of him. Because Kyle Shanahan, we have said this multiple times, Kyle Shanahan is one of the most genius football minds that there is out there on that field.
Yeah, he's developed great quarterbacks throughout the years. So put it this way: some of these quarterbacks could be average in Jimmy G's case. But when it comes down to Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, I don't think those guys are average. I think Mac Jones is definitely a good quarterback.
I think so too.
I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. I think for Mac Jones' case, the Patriots. Okay, so that first year he was in the Patriots, he went all the way through the playoffs with the right coach, and it wasn't Bill Belichick's. It was Josh McDaniels, if I'm correct, or Josh. Yeah, that was his name. With him, he went all the way down to the playoff. When Bill Belichick took over, that's when it went to shit. Yeah, because everything he was doing that year went awful. And I'm not taking away from Bill Belichick, but it was a really bad year. This before he got off the NFL, obviously, and now in high school. But college or whatever the hell it is, nobody cares because he's been going spiral down direction. But regardless, Mac Jones, it was supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks of that draft pick. Yeah. And I feel like the system in the Patriots failed him. Yeah. So like you said, the 49ers really wanted him, but chose Trey Lance. And that didn't pan out pretty well for him.
You know where he's at now.
Yeah. So point taken. They got the guy. So put it this way. Don't you think they were building a system around him just in case? So that system is still there. That system is built for quarterbacks like him. That's why they're doing so well. I think he could have had a better game if it wasn't for his injuries already. Because Mac Jones is banged up.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, but he looked really good.
He did.
Yeah, I'll give him that. So on top of that, though, when it comes to people saying, "Oh, so is he the guy now?" No. All right, he's a good backup quarterback for 49ers, right? But your guy is going to be your guy, the guy that they did build the system around, and that is Brock Purdy. All right, that is the main guy. That's the guy that they paid so much money for now.
Millions of dollars.
So put it this way: the difference between Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, I like both. I think they're both good quarterbacks. Their only issue is that Mac Jones is your old school, stay in the pocket quarterback. Not that much movement. He's kind of reminds you of Matthew Stafford. So right now, the issue with him is that he's banged up. So every time you watch that game, he got tackled. So I'm gonna put it this way: I'm surprised there weren't a lot of what would you call that foul?
Roughing the passer.
Yeah, because it was a lot of unnecessary roughness to him. And I'm surprised like they didn't give him flags to these players, but he did get banged up. He got really hurt, and shout out to him for sticking it out. Like he was doing the best. But he's not very. He's never was that type of guy to move around like Brock Purdy is. He could just see defenses. All right, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to run over there. He has the legs. The guy is smart. The guy basically saved Kyle's fucking job from the 49ers that year. Because if not, I do feel like they would have got fired.
I think he would have been in the hot seat though.
Yeah, I think he would have got fired because that year was really bad for them. But honestly, it's just I like Mac Jones. I think you have one of the best backup quarterback in him, but that's still Brock Purdy's system. And I think Brock Purdy, when he comes back, he's going to be great. Last year, put it this way, it was a shit show. It was a shit defense. Brock Purdy's the only reason why the 49ers even went far, despite all the injuries again. Something they drink, the type of water they drink at San Francisco really makes these players all injured for some reason.
Really does, bro. I mean, every year after year, this person's out, this person's out, this person's out, this person has a torn this person has a torn that person has this. It's like, dude, and then at this point, Kyle Shanahan being 3-1, how impressive is that, dude?
It really is.
Actually, no, isn't it 4-1? Because you haven't had a bye week, which is what, 4-1 now?
4-1 because their only loss came from what was their loss? Oh, to the Jaguars.
Yeah,
which was shocking. But I mean, we can talk about that eventually because the Jaguars look pretty impressive so far this year. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's been a crazy year, but I mean, overall, dude, that game shocked a lot of people.
It shocked me. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think it was gonna be as high scoring as it was. It was 49 points. Didn't expect it to be that high scoring. I felt like it was gonna be kind of a little bit more on the low scoring side because I was like, defense wise, but I feel like at the end is gonna be 21-10.
Really?
Rams. Yeah. That's what I felt, dude. Even though like it's like, and then I just remember, Kyle does have Sean Lumber.
I thought the Rams were gonna win, but I always had it down to a field goal just because the 49ers and the Rams, no matter what throughout history, they always played it close. It doesn't matter. In the end of the day, Kyle's gonna make great out of basically nothing. He's gonna make a plan in short time. That's what he did. He made a game plan with all these backups. And damn, it looked good.
That was really good.
Yeah, from the wide receivers to the tight ends, all the rookies that were in there.
I'm surprised he has one more coach of the year. Sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah. Honestly, he's a smart coach. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. And as well as his new defensive coach, I mean, that guy is really smart.
Just genius, dude.
Yeah, honestly. It was one of my favorite games so far of the year.
It really has.
Yeah. Feel good moment too,
Really feel good. Really feel good. So let's go back to a couple of numbers, man. Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries for 57 yards. He also caught a touchdown in the air. This is a name I would not thought I would say. Kendrick Bourne, 11 targets, 10 catches, 142 yards. That one was crazy.
I don't think so because, Kendrick Bourne was a good player back in the Patriots.
But he just didn't have as many numbers like that.
Well, at the time, again, it's a failed system. That's the issue was that, they were in a bad Patriots coaching team. But you had really gifted players. Once again, Mac Jones came from that system. Kendrick Bourne came from that system. Now that you have the Patriots with the right coaches, you're starting to see them very explosive. But what I'm saying is I wasn't surprised when seeing Kendrick Bourne. I'm like, when I saw him the first two catches, I'm like, this guy's going to have a really good night. So here's the thing with Kyle. He always finds a receiver no matter who it is. Yeah, so if it isn't Jennings, if it isn't Pearsall, if it isn't Brandon Ayuk, that I don't even know if he's ever going to come back.
George Kittle.
Or George Kittle. He's going to find someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the backup tight end had a good night.
Had a great night. That was the first touchdown of the game, too.
Yeah, so Kyle's is going to find anybody. He's going to find somebody. He's going to give them the game plan, and they're going to be in the right spot on the right time. And that's what they were. Kendrick Bourne doesn't surprise me. I always thought he was a good wide receiver. So him having a good night was finally a good moment for him because, you could tell he was really happy with all the progress that he made that night. What else we got?
And then I'm gonna tell you another one. So now wait, so I already went 49ers. Let me just go down to the Rams. So Rams, Puka Nakua, 10 catches, 85 yards, 1 touchdown, 12 targets. If I'm not mistaken, dude, Puka Nakua this whole season, every single time he's on the field, he scores at least 1 touchdown.
Probably, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, every single game he's in. So for all you fantasy owners that got Nakua, you did great.
I think that stat was more for Devontae Adams because he missed this one though.
That's what I was just about to say. Devontae Adams, that's another name. Here was another name that really surprised me based on me seeing him and me actually do. Believe it or not, even though he was a Green Bay Packer for me, he was actually one of my favorite wide receivers. 5 catches, 88 yards, 0 touchdowns, 11 targets.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that?
I think it's good progress. I think it's great. I mean, you're not going to be able to catch all the balls if they're double covering you because that's what he was. He was getting double coverage that night. He tried his best, but so the reason why Puka definitely had a better night is because he wasn't getting double coverage like Devontae Adams was.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if he wasn't getting those double coverage, he would definitely caught most of his targets.
Well, let me ask you then a question then. Do you feel that maybe Nakua was not your number one guy anymore? Because last year Nakua was your number one guy and getting double covered. But now it's Devontae Adams.
No, it's still Puka. Like you can still, that guy is gifted. That guy is younger. That guy is built. He's built. So let's put it this way: he's not your explosive wide receiver. He's not your speedster. He's just the guy.
He's just a reliable wide receiver.
He's built. He's like built like a fucking tank.
He's like an Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, and he could block very well for you.
So yeah, an Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, so he's gonna be your favorite target when it comes to Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford can make anyone a star, but when you already have someone gifted like him, he's definitely going to be his favorite target.
It has been. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, so I don't think. I think so. Put it this way: Matthew Stafford has been known to target one guy.
Yeah.
I think the game plan now is, hey, you got two of the best wide receivers right now in the league. Throw the ball. Just throw it anywhere and just hope these guys are going to catch it, and they have.
30 for 47. That should tell you everything.
Yeah. And Matthew Stafford is still a great quarterback for his age.
And his condition. Cool. So you know what, man? Let's go on to there's a random topic I actually want to talk to you about. Trade deadline is coming actually right around the corner. I want to ask you a question. Is there one trade for your Green Bay Packers that you would want to do? Maybe we'll say, guys, if we can, let's go out and get this guy.
I don't know if we have the cap space. That's the issue. You got to look at the cap space. And after the whole, bringing in Michael Parsons, I don't know how much money we have this free space. So we're just talking about solely fantasy and cap space doesn't matter, I guess. I mean, you want to bring out obviously the best wide receiver in the industry. Whoever that is, I don't know. So
isn't the St. Brown right now? So I don't St. Brown, I think number 2 or 3.
But see, those guys will come with a high price. There's no way. So put it this way: if that was the case, you could buy a guy for like $2 million or $1 million for 1 year. Would bring in a guy from the Saints, and that's Chris Olave or Rashid as well. And I'm going to go more realistic route, so I would bring one of those guys for $1 million, and I think it would be more Rashid. And I know Chris Olave is the favorite there, but Rashid has brought in good numbers, and I think he's definitely a guy on the outside. Otherwise, I mean, you would bring a better O-line players because some of them are banged up right now.
Okay.
So it's tough, man. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing when you have to look at cap space. I don't know. I don't know what can we afford at this point.
I get you. If I was to do one, I would want at least a nose tackle for the Bears, so somebody in the inside. Because don't get me wrong, dude, it's nice to see what they're doing right now on the defensive side, but the defense does need someone to plug up the middle.
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore. Like they don't have that right now. And that's one thing. You have Sweat on the side, but it's like the Bears are getting chewed up the middle every single time. And whenever you face a good running back, even an elite running back, you're getting destroyed. Jimmy Gibbs ran for how many yards? Ashton Jeanty ran for how many yards? The next time pretty soon they're going to be facing the Ravens. How many yards is Derrick Henry going to run for?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't come down easy. So then what's that going to do? So I feel like as long as you can plug up the line more, then you have that. Offensive wise, oh man, they have to do something about the line because I feel like I don't know if it's maybe just the fact that the Bears are just cursed to have a bad line for the rest of their career, the rest of the franchise year, as long as the McCaskey has it. I don't know about that one, or I just don't know what's going on, man, because the Bears spent so much on the line and it's like they're still getting chewed. They're still getting 100% shooter. Like every single time you barely see him. Caleb snaps the ball, and before you realize he's probably running in for his life. I was like, why did the Bears spend so much money on getting offensive help for what? To do the same thing almost, just one more second gets added to the time for him to throw. So that's where I'm coming from.
Are we just talking about our teams, or you want to?
You want to go one more? We can do another one, random one if you want to.
How about we go with? Let's go with the. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you the team that really needs it right now. The controversial team, and that is the Raiders. All right, so I'm gonna put it this way. Topic for me. Let me bring you a topic today. Geno Smith. Do you think it's his fault, or do you think it's the coaching's fault there?
I think it's the whole system, bro.
I think it's Geno Smith. Because I'm going to tell you this. You watched the game from the Bears and Raiders?
Yeah.
Okay. The Raiders were doing everything right. The defense was top notch. I have not seen this Raiders defense played so well in the last couple of games, but they came back to life on this game. Because I'm going to tell you
Genty looked like an animal.
Yeah, well, Genty, but also as well as the defender players. They were stopping a lot of the Bears, plays and all. Because I don't think the Bears look good at all. I really don't. No. So I think, though, that Geno Smith, the turnover machine he has been so far this year, I don't think that's your quarterback. No. I think his best years are done. He's up there in age. He's not the same guy he was in Seattle, obviously. And if it wasn't for him, they could have won this game. But the turnovers, the bad play calls that he made, it's bad. And this is not just this game. This has been the last couple of games. I don't think that's your guy. I think you have one of the really gifted defense right now that's finally coming alive. You have one of the best offense. Yes, your O-line is not there. I'll give Geno that. But I also think Geno's not the guy. I really don't. I don't see it anymore. He's just been throwing more picks and picks as the games go on. And it's failing them right now, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad because you have a lot of talented players. So my idea is this. Bench him. And, this is not even anything better, but this could be a system quarterback. Put Pickett. He's not the greatest quarterback, but he still could be your system quarterback and just get you points, get you field goals, do the small things to get you there.
They do have a very good kicker in Danny Carlson.
Yes, that is the point. You don't want Geno Smith to throw the ball for them to win the game like they did,
in Chicago.
Because they should have won that game.
They really should have. Honestly, dude, I didn't. And you know what? I'm a Bear fan, but at the end of the day, I was like, dude, the Bears are going to choke this one out.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just been a shit show there. But honestly, I blame more Geno Smith. I don't think Geno Smith is the guy anymore. I really do think he needs to get benched. And if I was him eventually next year, I would find a new quarterback, whether that's drafting or getting someone else. Because eventually we're going to have as season goes, we're going to have a lot of quarterbacks that are going to want out. All right, let me talk to you one more. All right, what do you think about the Steelers right now with Aaron Rodgers?
They're looking all right. I'm saying that we're the animal that they were back in the early 2000s, but dude, they look all right to me.
Yeah, they're going in the right direction. I feel like they're starting.
Mike Tomlin is a good coach.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win any. What's it called? They're not gonna win any elite games. But the way the Ravens are in the division right now, and they were your favorites to go to win that division, I think the Steelers will basically win that division.
Right now it's the Steelers' division to lose.
You think so?
Who right now you have Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Bengals.
To lose or
I'm just saying no. So for them to lose, like basically, dude, they have it. Like right now, there's no one that can beat them in that division.
Yeah.
So if they lose it, it's like, what did you guys do wrong to lose it?
Yeah.
Because again, I just told you, right now the best looking team in that division is the Steelers. After that, you have the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns. Quarterback carousel. No offensive help whatsoever. Literally, it feels like it's like the Little Giants from the movie. I don't know if you remember. There was that line where they're like, "Help us, God!" I feel like that's every single time the Bengals play.
Well, put it this way: the Browns are switching quarterbacks this week, and
so we'll see how. That's what I said. Quarterback carousel.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, people are saying that Shadier's going to be starting by week 8.
Yeah, but what if this quarterback does well? What am I saying? We don't know until it happens. And I'm gonna put it this way: the Browns' defense is elite.
Yes, it is.
So you already got an elite defense, and if you get the offense going, they have one of the best O lines in the league. They've been having the best O lines the last 3 years. You get the right quarterback. Like, okay, same thing. You get the right system quarterback to get you down there, to pass it to the right wide receivers, to run the
have
game.
the wide receivers.
So that's my point. It's just like they could turn it around, and they could be the ones that win the division, actually. Because, like I said,
they won it.
well, like I said, they have one of the best defense. They got some of the great talents when it comes to the O line. I don't see any way that this guy, this new rookie, could be any worse than Flacco.
Yeah, no.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I think he's in the right system. I really do. And I think this could be something shocking as weeks go by.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if the Browns are actually winning games because, like I said, defense is there and to get the offense going.
Running game is there too.
Yeah, they could really turn it around this
Yeah.
season. But yeah, what else you got for us, man?
So you know what? I'm gonna give you one. I'll give you one. Miami Dolphins.
It's a shit show.
It may be a shit show, but at this point, I think more like it's a coaching issue. Mike McDaniel's got to go.
Yeah, I agree.
He was good, but it's like I feel like at this point the players just lost respect for him. The players are not trying to play for him anymore. They're done.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if it was maybe like the adrenaline, the endorphins that were hitting Tyreek Hill, but you just saw him like cheering, like, "Yes, I'm done. I'm done. Like, bye, y'all. I'm out." And the fans were cheering him.
I don't think that was it. I think that was more like
he was happy.
Yeah, no, he was more like, "It's and I'm okay, guys." Like he was trying to comfort the fans because what happened to him, he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
I don't think that's what it is. I think that was more him just like, "It's okay, I'm good. But reality, he wasn't.
Reports are going though the fact that I think this year he's getting released.
Well, not only that, but the injury he suffered, there's no coming back.
No. At his age, no.
And not only that, but what he's accused of.
Everything.
The NFL doesn't play games anymore, and they don't need any, jury to tell you you're guilty if they think in their eyes you're guilty.
Pretty much.
So they'll suspend him even when he comes back. What team's going to want to pick up a guy who could possibly get suspended before he's even proven guilty? Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's done. As far as Mike McDaniel, he needs to go. The issue is that they've been playing the same type of route plays for the longest. And it's just like, okay, when they first started, it looked great. They were running through
70 points.
But they were running through bad teams.
Yeah.
But when they always face off the lead teams, they never got it.
Yeah.
So now it's like everybody knows your plays. So everybody already knows how to defend you guys.
I feel like Mike McDaniel reminds me of Matt Eberflus when he was with the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
No adjustments.
Yeah.
The guy's just like, we got 70 points this way. We're going to get 70 points every time, and this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah, and your quarterback, Tua, talented. But
super talented. There was so much talent on the offense.
Well, with all the head drama, all the CT, eventually he's getting out.
Concussions.
Dude, he's been going downhill. But that's because, like I said, the system failed him. Now you're seeing a former shell of the player that once was. You're not going to get that back.
Nah.
No, dude, all those oh my God, all those years that we've seen glitching.
Concussion after concussion.
That system failed him. I feel bad for him, but he's not your guy. You need a new quarterback. I'm sorry, but you're going to need a new quarterback. You need a new coach. You need a new system and that whole thing. You need to rebuild again. Things are not working out, and they're not going to work out for the rest of the year. They'll win a couple of games, but they lost that former self. And without Tyreek Hill as well to be on the other side, it's going to get a lot tougher.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. What do you think?
Again, I'll go back. It was just coaching. It's a bad system. It's like the kid in Madden that just does the Hail Mary the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like Mike McDaniel's the whole time.
Right.
Just one scheme of defense, one play for offense, and that's it. I got two fast guys. They're good. We're getting down the middle. We brought back Darren Waller. He caught a touchdown. He never did anything last year with the Giants. We're good. And it's like you can tell. I feel like he just doesn't care anymore for the game
Mm-hmm.
because he asked, "So how do you feel?" I mean, guys, to win, you got to win the game. You can't lose the game. You can't. The other team can't outscore you. We know that, genius. Like, what are you gonna do to fix it? And it's like that was his answer. He's like, well, you got to win some games. In order to win some games, you got to outscore the other team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Genius talk right there. Okay, cool. So we can tell you don't care anymore about the job. You don't care anymore about the position. You just want to just be done with it.
Or maybe he just knows he's on his way out.
Probably. But I can tell even since last year, dude, he looked like he was just super stressed with the job. And I get it with everything that was going on. It's like
it's just that, and then it's just like he has no authority.
nah.
No, he's too soft. It looks like in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't control your players, there's an issue there. You're not respected because you can't control players. You're letting players loose and do whatever they want. When I mean that, I meant Tyreek Hill. And you're not showing any type of discipline. That's
Our type of
concerning.
authority.
Yeah, so no one's gonna respect you. No one's gonna give a shit. Like when Tyreek Hill lashed out last year, I don't think he did anything to change that.
No.
So
No fines, nothing. Just let Tyreek Hill do Tyreek Hill.
yeah, just because I mean I get it, the quality receiver, but dude, your players didn't respect you from that. Afterwards, he lost a lot of respect, and that's his fault, and only his fault only. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Honestly, what else you got?
I'm gonna give you one more. Cleveland. So let's put it. Dylan Gabriel isn't the guy. Has one fantastic game, but the next game since we got a couple films, you already figured out like his moves, his grooves and everything. You have another one named Shadir Sanders.
What makes you think that Gabriel's not the guy though?
I mean, let's put it. I'm saying let's put it. What ifs? This is all what ifs,
Mhm.
right? So let's put it. He's the guy. You did it at the right time to get you back into rolling. But let's put it. If he's not the guy, you still have another quarterback that you drafted because they had how many quarterbacks? 5 at one point.
Mhm.
At 5 quarterbacks at one point. So my thing is, if you have the 4th quarterback, how fast are you going to say, you know what, guys, we can still salvage the season, even to make playoffs, even to make wild card?
Look, man, I can't really say this and go into depth until I see, because like I'm predicting one quarterback to do bad and predicting another one to do well, even though we haven't seen this guy. So I'm gonna wait. You want to ask me this question 2 weeks in?
Gotcha.
I feel like I'll give you a better response, but I want to wait till, like I said, I want to wait and see. Because if he's a system quarterback, I feel like Cleveland really needs that right now. I think they do need a system quarterback. They're not going to get a Baker Mayfield, or maybe they can't, with who coming around.
Gabriel Sanders.
But I would say just wait. And then let's just see how this guy does, Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can't does well, then we'll talk about the next one up. I already know that. I don't know, but just my eyes. Yeah. Because I want to wait and see. I want to see how this game goes Sunday. Because it's going to be intriguing. I'm going to watch the game just to see how it goes. Because I'm honestly intrigued of this whole team. Because I think they're going to really surprise us this weekend.
I think so too.
Yeah. Let me give you one more, dog. One more, and that is the Giants. Jackson Dart, what do you think? How do you see him? How do you like this game that they upset it, the number 1 team in the AFC at that time? Bro, that was, look, I did mention the last one that I wouldn't be surprised if he does very well. I didn't think he was going to do this well. He looked great. He looked amazing. He like I did tell you, I went to depth. I said, look, there's a reason the Giant wanted this guy. Because he was, no matter what the gameplay, no matter if he was down 20 back in the day, in his college days, and his high school days,
he was still killing it.
But he was calm in the pocket. He was like, all right, you know what? We got this. Like he was always calm. So that's why the system wanted him. Because he's like, look, it's a shit show here. We need a guy who could know how to play in pressure. Dude, that defense is elite.
Yeah.
But he knows how to play under pressure. He's calm about it. He knows how to move here, how to move there. And then they lost their number 1 receiver during the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still won.
They still won. He knew how to play. He knew how to run. Him and Scadaboo knew how to definitely run through that system, and they did it well. They needed to pass when they needed to, and they needed to run when they needed to. My only gripe is he needs to protect himself when he's about to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way he's been taking those hits during that game, and I know he took it in the preseason as well, he's not going to last that very long. He's
No.
going to get injured. This reminds me of another Anthony Richardson situation.
Yep.
Except I think Jackson Dart's a lot more talented.
Yeah, I think so too.
But they did take him out during the game, if you saw that, because he did get hit in the head. So concussion protocol is no matter what, we need it. I don't care if you're okay. The concussion protocol is you got hit in the head, you need to come to the tent. And you can tell he was very salty about it. But bro, you need to learn how to protect yourself, or you're not gonna last very long in this whole. Yeah,
It's not the same sport, but it's almost the same thing. It's protect yourself at all times,
Mhm.
just like in boxing. Protect yourself at all times. Done the simple. Plain and
Yeah.
simple.
but I do really like how he came into this whole system and just basically owned it. And not only that, but he's a great team leader. Because it was spoken that in the locker room and in the bench, he was hyping up the players, and all the players love him. You could tell. Everybody was there. Everybody was shouting with him. He's a team leader.
Yeah.
This is the guy they need right now. He's young, he's talented, and he's a team leader. I see all the right moves for the Giants, and I kind of have more faith in them going further than what they were predicting.
Don't be surprised if maybe at the end it could be even down to Giants and Eagles for the NFC East.
They could be in the wild cards, and they could move forward. They still need to fix a lot of key issues, but
Russell Wilson is done in New York. He's done.
well, he's done in the NFL. I don't
Yeah.
think he has anything left. I mean, he could go to a team that needs a quarterback right now, but I think he's done overall. But honestly, I'm a big Jackson Dart fan this year, and I hope he does more well in the NFL.
Same thing.
He's great.
I hope it does great. But you know what, man? Let's go down to the picks. Let's go down to the picks for this week. You and I both had the Rams at against the 49ers. We both lost that game. All right. Now let's go again. Sunday, early morning, 8:30 a.m. our time, Central Standard Time. Good Lord, I want to wake up so early on a Sunday morning. Minnesota versus Cleveland. Who you have, brother?
All right, so I want to go Cleveland, but since Minnesota's already established out there because they haven't left, I'm at the rock in Minnesota because they already had that time slot, so I feel like that's on their favor. So this is
Yeah.
home turf for
Yeah.
them. So I'm gonna go with Minnesota, even though I don't know. I have a good feeling that if this was back in the States, I feel like the Browns would have won.
You probably feel the same way.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
That
go with
defense
Minnesota.
is definitely something different.
That
but I'm-
defense, and I don't trust Carson Wentz.
No.
Not for too long. But yeah, we'll see. I'll go with Minnesota. What about you?
I'll go Minnesota. You know what, man? This is a game I actually kind of want to talk a little bit about because it's just basically like, is it a bounce back kind of game for either one of these teams? Houston this year is not looking like Houston that we've known. CJ Stroud, same thing. Like he just hasn't been the guy as he normally was, even a year or 2 years ago, even a year ago, last year. You know, he was like, all right, cool. There were some questions, but it's like now it's like really like, dude, you're not at all what we thought you were.
I wouldn't say that. I would say there's another system failing there once again, and the O line is not great.
That's not great at all.
Yeah, there's no O line. Houston has one of the worst O lines in the league. That's stat wise. It's been established. There's no protection for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, someone put it this way. Like I said, it's a system. Because look, put it this way. Last week, we finally found someone to finally run with the ball instead of old man Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Okay, now you establish your run game. How long did that take you? Week 4.
Yeah.
That is fucking ridiculous. Your system is failing you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You have one good quality wide receivers and you got a couple of good rookies. Okay? Eventually, your rookies are going to get established. Right now, Nico Collins is getting double coverage. So you really need to up those wide receivers, the rookie ones, and get them well established in the system. That way, they're more dependable to throw at.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. So it just feels like there's a whole system thing. I think the talent's there. CJ Stroud is talented. CJ Stroud has a nice arm. I don't think it's him. I think it's a system once again. And if he had a better O-line, this could be a different story. If they had an established run game since the beginning.
I just really never had like a bounce back for Joe Mixon being gone. Joe Mixon being hurt really, really did affect this team. And we're seeing it right now.
Well, he's not coming back.
Oh, he's not coming back this year at all.
Yeah, I think
He reminds me a lot of the Christian McCaffrey injury from last year. Was like maybe, maybe not, maybe not.
Well, I don't think it's that, dude. I think he's they're gonna get rid of him. He's not gonna be in this team anymore because
Joe Mixon.
yeah, didn't you hear the controversy before
Nah.
the season? So they were expecting him to be out, but he had some sort of type of surgery that put him out longer, and they were really angry about that. So recently, the coaches were asked about him because his return date was next week, and when they were asked, they're like, "No, sorry, we don't know what's going on with him right now, so we can't really talk." So there's talk that he's going to have surgery, and this is pissed off the Houston Texans team. So this is why you kind of haven't heard mention of him lately. I think it's on his way out.
I can see that too.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to play at all this year. And next year, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where he's going to land on because I don't think Houston wants him. That's why they have established the rookie running back coming out. Then on the other side, Baltimore, it's the coaching. It's not Lamar. It's not the players. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of Derrick Henry with the fumbling issues, but it's the coaching, bro. You have one of the worst defensive coaching calls lately. You have quality players. Now they're banged up.
Yeah.
But you had quality, good, players to defend. But you have one of the dumbest fucking coach when it comes on the defensive end. You need to get a new system going on there because
I just feel like the defensive coordinator's got to get fired. Because Jim Harbaugh is one of the smarter minds in football. He is one of the more smarter minds.
Okay, when was the last time he won Super Bowl?
2012.
My point is, I think it's time.
And he hasn't gotten back.
And he hasn't really gotten. I mean, yes, they got to the playoffs, but it's always been the same issue. I think they need a whole new system in that.
Okay, I can see your point though, because I'm thinking about it like it's every single year the same thing. Last year was the same thing. They played at home against the Chiefs. They got destroyed by the Chiefs, and it was like, dude, you guys had it in your hands, and once again, you got outcoached by Andy Reid.
You got outcoached by the Bills. Anytime you face the elite teams, you get outplayed. It's embarrassing. You have one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, probably one of the best of our generations.
Honestly, yeah.
And yet you can't supply this guy with the right coaching, the right plays that he needs.
You're right players, dude. You have who have you got in him? Aside from Derrick Henry, who else have you got in him as a wide receiver?
I mean, you do have a talented player.
I know Zay Flowers is one, but other than that, though, before that, who else?
Rashad Bateman is a good receiver too.
But not an elite. They need an elite receiver. You need at least one elite receiver in that team.
He's a good receiver. He's underrated. The issue is, once again, it's the bad play calls. You're not overall, your coaching is horrible, man. Everywhere. And the offense and the defense, it just this year's looked the worst, but there's always been this issue for quite a while.
All right, well, there's that. Who you got? Sorry, I didn't make you want to say something?
Well, it's Houston because Lamar's not playing. Do you think Cooper Rush? Look, Cooper Rush with Dallas wasn't as bad. The issue is the system is built to run.
Cooper Rush ain't a runner.
No, unfortunately, he isn't. There's no way they're going to come out beating Houston. I feel like Houston's going to destroy them, which is shocking to say because usually it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Baltimore destroys Houston. I'll be damned if this is one of your upset of the week.
I actually got Baltimore, bro, in this game.
Oh, wow. That's surprising.
So we got a difference there. Yeah, I got Baltimore this one, dude.
Okay. Hey, okay, let me ask you. Why so? I just want to hear it.
Cooper Rush, and I feel like he's going to have more connection, and now you no longer have to prepare for a running game nonstop. Now you have to worry about a passing game that can happen or a running game.
So you think...
Because if you stack the lineup, Cooper Rush is going to kill you outside with Zay Flowers or even more with Mark Andrews, old man Mark Andrews. If you decide to let some leverage out, you're going to have Derrick Henry run all over you.
Okay, so let me throw you off field with that.
Hit me.
And I'm going to help you. You got Rashad Bateman. Like I said, Rashad Bateman was supposed to be a good wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, system failed him throughout the years. Zay Flowers, he's a great wide receiver. I'm not talking about Mark Andrews. He's out, really. We're talking about Isaiah Likely. The replacement of Mark Andrews. He's going to be the guy, I feel like, this Sunday to get passed on.
Mm-hmm.
So you got him. and you take out Derrick Henry, and we saw this last game. You put in Justin Hill to be your pass back down, your running back, your pass down. Could be a better team for at least this game. What do you think?
I still think, yeah, Baltimore can still take it.
Okay, so I'll give you that if this route happens, but that's the thing. We're talking about a shit show. These coaches can't figure that shit out with Lamar Jackson. I don't have no faith they're going to figure this out with Cooper Rush. So, I mean, anything's possible. Though.
You never know, dude. I mean, like, we said the same thing last week when we thought it was going to be kind of a blowout between the Chargers and the Giants. You saw what happened there?
Yeah, well, I think Houston defense is just going to shut them down, but
We'll see because they're not doing that well either on defense. Next game, Miami versus Carolina.
I got the Panthers. I think this is a bounce back for the Panthers for Bryce Young. What about you?
I went back and forth with it. I'm just gonna just say just because it looks like they want to prove something, I'm gonna go actually with Miami.
Okay.
I feel like there's more bounce back from Miami themselves because it's like we're gonna show you the fact that we're not just looking at that we don't need Tyreek Hill like that.
Okay.
And last week's win against the Jets, even though Tua's record with against the Jets is favorable, it's not only that. Like it actually is a different team now.
But I would say this: if the Miami wants to beat Panthers, they have to learn how to run the game. Because put it this way, Panthers defense when it comes to corners,
They're
one of
really
the best
good.
in
Yeah,
the league.
it really is.
And you don't have Tyreek Hill on the other side anymore. You
No.
only have Waddle.
Malik Washington,
And that's a maybe. That's a maybe.
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller.
That's it.
So think about that.
The only one you're probably going to rely on a lot more is Acme. Or HM.
Achan.
Yeah, HM.
Devon Achan for running game. Like I said, you're gonna have to learn how to run through them. There's a way to beat the Panthers, but I also think that Bryce Young. This is like every year it seems like now. Bryce Young starts off slow, but then he starts picking up momentum and he starts really giving it to these teams.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is going to be one of those we need to prove something matchup.
I can see it. I feel it's going to be closer than what a lot of people were expecting, but it's still Miami.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think Bryce Young finally snaps. I think Ted McMillan, because I think this Miami's defense is not that great. I think Ted McMillan's going to have one of the best games of the season finally.
Okay. Vegas versus Colts.
Colts. I
Colts.
don't think, like I said, we just talked about Geno Smith and the system. I don't think we're going to go into any more depth with Vegas. And so, Colts overall, one of the most solid teams. They should have beat the Rams last week. They had the game and they just kind of messed up. But I don't think this is a Daniel Jones thing. It's just one of those times where the better team won. Just because the team loses one game doesn't mean they're out.
No.
So I think the Colts bounce back on this one.
Yeah, I think so too. Giants Saints.
That's a tough one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, the Saints have not been great, but have you not noticed throughout their whole games they've been keeping it close?
Mm-hmm.
We all thought the Bills were gonna run them out.
Yes,
but they kept it close for a while.
Yeah,
they have one of the best defenses in the league, and they're starting to find their rhythm when it comes to their offense. Finally, This is a close one, man. I want to go with the Giants, but I'm not going to be shocked if New Orleans wins this.
I wouldn't be shocked. This may be my upset. I'll put this as my upset of the week.
Okay. So you go with New Orleans?
No. It's the upset if New Orleans wins, but I have the Giants.
Okay.
I do have the Giants. I feel like, again, Giants not being that guy and coming back and actually showing, like, hey, guys, I'm actually your guy. And Cam Scatterwood was going freaking phenomenal, going freaking just running wild all over the defenses nowadays.
I just think that New Orleans has one of the better defense in the league. Very underrated.
I can see that.
Yeah. So
Jets and Dallas at the New York Jets. Jets, Jets.
That's a tough one too. Part of me picked the Jets, but part of me wants to pick the Dallas just because I don't think the Jets' offense looks that great. I'm starting to see that Justin Fields does not really know how to let that ball go.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and after Dallas momentum throughout last game, I feel like they're going to bounce. They're going to keep it going. They got something to prove this year. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I don't have faith in either team.
Neither do I.
At the Jets.
I'm gonna go Jets. Would you say if the Jets win, even though we have them, both of us have the Jets, would you consider this an upset?
I wouldn't say it's an upset, man. I think Dallas. I think this is a close game. I don't know what Vegas has it, but I think if anything, it's more a favorable matchup for Dallas, dude. Because I don't see Jets doesn't have a good defense this year,
No, even though they
and
have a great defensive-minded coach.
but they don't have good defensive players this year,
No.
and they don't have a good offense, man. If I'll put it this way, if the Jets can't come in and throw the ball and give it, to the wide receivers, because
They
Dallas.
have talented wide receivers.
But that's the thing. If they don't give it to them, it's going to be a tough game for them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is going to be a crazy matchup.
I still
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
with the
Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and talk a little bit in depth about this just a little bit. Denver and Philadelphia. I feel like this could be another upset for me, and I'm going to go Denver. Even though I'm an Eagles fan, I'm gonna go Denver for this.
Man
upset.
with many hats goes with the Eagles. Goes to Denver.
And there's one reason why. Because Eagles they've never faced a defense like they're facing right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at all the opponents that they face right now, no defense is within top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Denver's within top 10.
All right.
And Bo Nix is looking like that guy. And Harvey is looking like a good running back. And then you also have, don't forget, you have Mims, you have Sutton, and you have the other kid, T. Franklin, on the outside. So as long as Sean Payton knows how to figure that system out, I feel like they should go ahead and take the Eagles.
I'm sorry, dude. I thought the Rams could beat the Eagles. I thought
They almost did.
well, they still failed, and the Eagles did come back, and the Bucks failed. They just had to get caught up, and they couldn't. I don't think so. I think that if those two teams could not do it, I like the Broncos, and I do think they have a gifted team, but they're still trying to find the rhythm this year. I don't think they looked as good as they did last year in that playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's something missing here, dude. It's just like Bo Nix is not connecting as I thought he was with all the receivers. The run game still hasn't gotten figured out. Some weeks we'll see more Dobbins. Some weeks we see Harvey. They have the talent. They have the talented defense, but they lost some games that were more questionable for me. So I don't know, dude. This is one where I usually pick against Philly, but this week I feel like I have very confidence in Philly. I feel like, put it this way, the reason why we count out Philly, maybe if we were going to go that route, is because they haven't been on the passing game.
I have not. No.
I think this is an A.J. Brown game, and I think this is going to be a Devontae Smith game. I think both of them are finally going to get more passes because this is going to be a tough matchup. I'm going to give them that. So I'm gonna go with Philly because I feel like we're going to see Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown shine finally in this game. And when you have a little touch of Saquon Barkley on the other side,
Catching the ball, running.
good luck, man. We're going
That
to
is
see Super Bowl Eagles finally.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Arizona, Tennessee.
Fuck Arizona, and I don't like that because I think Arizona looks like shit as much as Tennessee does.
I just feel that Arizona's a little bit more put together. I got
Yeah,
Arizona on this one.
I think Tennessee's just a shit show. I feel bad for Cam. I think he's talented, but this stupid organization's so fucking dumb. Tennessee, the last couple of years, they need to figure that out. And as far as Arizona, I don't think Kyle Murray's the guy. I think they need to find a new quarterback. I'm sorry, man. The guy's just too short for the NFL. And it's the reality of it. On to the next one.
So let's go ahead. Going to talk a little bit in depth about this one. Tampa Bay, Seattle.
I got Seattle.
You got Seattle? Okay,
Yeah.
why do you have Seattle?
Defense is elite. Defense is number one in the league. Best defense I've seen in years. And not only that, dude, Sam Darnold, fuck, this guy still has it.
He's doing fantastic right now.
Right, they have everything. They have the wide receivers, they have the defense, and they also have the running game. Two of the best running backs in the league.
They really do.
So, I mean, damn, dude, this whole division is tough. Everybody except for the Cardinals. Fuck, dude, Seattle, Rams, 49ers. Who's gonna come out on top on that? Because at first, my favorite was Seattle, but after seeing Thursday's game, I don't know, man. The 49ers could even be in there.
Well, the numbers right now are the number one in that division.
But who do you have on this?
I got Tampa.
Why so?
Because Chris Godwin's coming back. He's trying to get the connection with Baker Mayfield. You have again the young kid, and I cannot say his name, but I'm gonna try it. Jukba, if I'm not mistaken. Abuka. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Abuka, he's actually starting to get more connection. So it's like you're starting to have that tight end. They've always been questionable with tight end. I feel like they just need to kind of do a little bit better with the tight end position. Running back right now, Bucky Irvin is hurt, so you're probably going to see Baker Mayfield probably do a lot of quarterback sneaks coming out of the game. So I can see that kind of going into Tampa Bay's way, and then on top of that, they still have a very strong defense, dude.
But see, here's the thing. Actually, Seattle's all healthy.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Buccaneers, a lot of defenders are injured. Actually, they're not even going to play this game. So that's why I picked Seattle mostly, because I still think even if they were healthy, I think Seattle's is just overall the better team. Yeah, because I think Sam Darnold just knows how to pass. I think, man, dude, I like Baker Mayfield, but when it comes to talent, I think Seattle's all there. As far as the Buccaneers, the reason I didn't go with them also as well is just because there's a lot of people hurt right now. So they're gonna win this game. Look, there's another reason too. They just came off a tough battle from the Eagles. They didn't look as great as I thought they were going to. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Yeah, Chris Godwin coming back is gonna help them. But, dude, Bucky Irvin being injured and having Rachaad White, which is a good back, but he's no Bucky Irvin, it's going to really hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a tough one, man. But I really think I have a good feeling about Seattle. But I can see what you mean. But we'll see. I mean, crazier stuff that happens Sundays.
Literally. Any given Sunday. Detroit and Cincinnati. I think it's kind of unanimous which one we're going to go here.
And there's no Detroit. So put it this way: statistically, Detroit would.
On paper, Detroit's supposed to be a win by 15, by more than 20 points.
Well, I was going to say statistically, Cincinnati's only been putting up 13 points with Jake Browning. That's the average. So they can't put more than 13 points, and they already had a bad defense.
And Detroit has a good defense. On top of that, they still have
it's a running game for Detroit all night. I don't think they're going to be passing heavy. I just think they're going to run through Cincinnati, and I think they're going to pick off Jake Browning like crazy. And I don't know, man. But look, they're at home. Cincinnati, I'm going to give them this. They're at home. That's it, Meaning is, dude, show off for your fans. Do something crazy, man. Have Jamar Chase do some crazy shit.
Running from the 1 yard, let's run.
Look, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't get. Last year, Jake Browning looked decent. But what happened to that guy? What went wrong with him from last year when Joe Burrow was out, and he still gave Jamar Chase some work? We don't see that at all now.
Because you're not seeing how fast the literally defenders are in his face. He has no block, dude. He's literally like, dude, honestly. Remember the longest yard? Remember when they were so mad at Paul Crew, they just stood up and just like, go ahead. The same thing happening here, dude.
It's the same O-line from last year, though.
No, it's actually worse. I think they lost a couple players.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I think they've actually lost. And they're just like, so many people were like, why'd you go ahead and pay this person, but not the ones who are going to defend this guy? So that's why it's like, it just got worse. So that's why you look at them, some guys are actually defending against their own team. And you have 3 guys trying to defend 1.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel bad for everybody in Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bad year, dude.
Yeah.
So, Detroit.
Yeah.
All right. Washington. I want to go into this one. Washington Chargers.
Go ahead.
I feel like this could be a seesaw kind of battle, go back and forth. Because I feel like Justin Herbert's got something to prove from the chip on his shoulder from last week because he did not perform his best last week. And it's like, what? Like, a lot of people are asking, what happened to you? you were the guy. You were killing it the first 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, on week 4 hit, and you faced the Giants, who weren't that good of a defense, who expect you to walk all over them, and all of a sudden, boom, you decided to fall down. What happened? So I feel like that could happen, and I feel like this could also be like, if I man, you know what, McConkey has got to wake up. I don't know what's wrong with that kid, but that kid has honestly got to wake up. He's a shadow of his former self.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's not that, dude. It's the fact that you have, what's his name, Quinton Johnson, that actually woke up finally and realized what a fucking good receiver he was supposed to be. And then you have
He fell into that.
Yeah. Then you have your
Keenan
old,
Allen.
yeah, your old Binky, Keenan Allen finally returned. It's not that McConkey's a bad player. It's not that he's a former shelf, bro. It's just that you have too much weapons.
But even when he's getting targeted, he's not catching it as much.
It's because he's not Justin. Right now, there's a lot of injuries when it comes to
Yeah.
the O line. So Justin Herbert's not getting protected right now. So if they were smart, he hasn't been targeted as much though. If you look at the stats, he's not getting targeted as much as Quentin Johnson
Yeah,
and Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
They're getting targeted like crazy. I think at some point Quentin Johnson was getting targeted like 10 times, and Keenan as well. Well, how many targets is whatever his name is getting?
McConkey.
Lad. How many
Yeah.
targets he's getting? He's not getting as much majority of the boat. I think the talent is there. Okay, so who do you got, by the way?
I got